What's up, everybody? Clint Esposito here with the Clint and Skrany show. So guess who that is? That is Skrany. Today, we're going to review A2.
We're going to see if our money was where our mouth was from our pre-show, and then this is the post-show.
The problem
And
is, do you remember exactly what you said?
yes, I don't remember exactly, but I know who I picked, I made some mistakes, some big mistakes,
You regret some life
revolving the.
choices.
Yes, I made some mistakes revolving around the Hunter Lawrence pick. He is a disappointment in the Supercross this year for his results, and I do not believe I will ever, the season, for the whole season, put him in my top five.
Do you
There's
remember
too
who
much.
I called?
You said for the 450s, Tomac.
Yes, I did. But I did say that Roxon was going to do good. Remember?
Roxton looked great.
Remember you asked, and originally I go Roxon, and you go, really? And I go, well, I kind of think Tomac's going to. I said, but I think Roxon's in a good position. I think he might be, do pretty good. He's now leading the points.
Roxon is great in race conditions. I mean, like even if he's not the fastest guy on the podium during timed practices, he always finds a way to compete if he gets in the mix of things. And
Yeah,
once he gets passed by someone, there's no one better on the track that can actually fight back and repass
yeah.
for that position. That dude battles for every single thing, and I think he's a superb racer and we have to keep Kenny on our radars for his overall consistency for the championship. He may not be winning the races, a bunch of them this year, but I have a feeling he's going to linger around and surprise a few of us.
He's a lingerer.
He's a lingerer, yes, for sure. Kind of like how we lingered around in this food court for some weak food. I just got the Sapporo. What'd you have?
Do you have to? Do you have to? Do you have to let it linger?
Did you have to? What'd you eat just now? Did you stop? You
I
waited in
told
the
you I
whole
had
line at the front of
Chinese.
our
I
head?
had crab rangoons. I already told you
Oh
that.
man, you Jersey people on the East Coast are wild.
And something else. I don't know what else I had. Did you see during practice? We had a little fisticuffs here, little MMA going on here.
Hey, you know I'm a fan of the MMA stuff, Clint, and nothing. There's no sport that's doing it better than the UFC. But dang, man,
That's
this
right.
could go. This is awesome. I love to see it. You love to see it. It's just kind of a sad situation for those guys. They look like a bunch of playground girls out there fighting
Well,
over a fucking check.
rule number one for SMX Fight Club is you have to be in qualifying position. Rule number
Yeah.
two is your chances of qualifying have to be higher than 0%.
And rule number three is if you're going to engage with another male on the track fighting, at least throw body blows. The helmet hits are ridiculous. Headlock. It's like, what are you doing? Get up there and throw some body punches. Get one to the kidney.
That dude did.
Drop it with a
Look right
body
here.
shot.
Look, he's
How
going
sick would
to.
it be if someone
Boom,
dropped
body
somebody with a
shot.
body shot?
Did you see that? He body shot at him. Watch.
Or hey, does a spinning back fist and actually hits him in the helmet and knocks him out?
The
Oh,
the other good thing though is that these guys don't have to say I didn't qualify. They can be like I got disqualified.
it's so funny that they would even be doing that on the track. It's like, what? Like, come on, guys.
Then we move
I
into
love
the
Adam Cincerella's. I love watching it live because I watched Adam Cincerella's reaction and it was so funny. It's just so funny seeing racers fight because the whole time, like, 98% of those guys you couldn't fight their way out of a paper bag. That's why they're
yeah.
scared of Vince Freeze. Vince Freeze the man. There's a few people out there that could fist the cut that would whoop some ass. And I'll throw one name out there first right off the bat. That's Junior Hill, Justin Hill.
Well,
So if he wasn't racing, he'd be doing UFC. So I'll put Junior as an ass kicker. Let's throw. I want to say, oh, for sure, Ando. Ando's an ass kicker. Uh, I would say maybe Barsha. Maybe
No.
Barsha.
He's like one of
Yeah.
those. No, he's like a little New York kid that would like just do something to you and run away.
Okay. Let's talk. Let's talk. Now that we're talking about track fights, who do you think would actually fight and can hold themselves down in a street fight?
I'm trying to
So
think
I
of.
have
I'm trying to think of current guys. I mean,
I
obviously
put Freeze.
Pike.
Freeze isn't even in the Supercross series, but we're just gonna go ahead and put Freeze on that list. Anderson. I have a feeling Tomac would defend himself. He wouldn't actually engage too much, but he
No.
would defend himself because he's got that dog in him.
Uh,
Uh,
One person you wouldn't want to get mad is Chase Sexton because that dude's built like a friggin' brick
dude,
shit house,
good
dude.
perspective. Chase Sexton, if he got mad
I
and
feel like he's too nice
he's
though.
got a gas tank. He's got
Yeah.
he's
Oh,
lasting all 5 rounds.
yeah. He'll beat your ass for an hour and a half, not even be winded.
Yeah, he's gonna beat your ass for all 5 rounds and get the decision on you. But yeah, and then we're talking lights class. Maybe I don't know. Deegan talks a big game, and he's a big physical kid. I feel like Deegan would hold. That's why he talks the talk because he's a cat that can walk the walk.
I'm gonna say Bryant Carroll. It's a Jersey kid. I don't know that he can fight or not,
We're
but I'm just
leaving a
gonna
few
call
off the list, and
it.
if this gets back to them, they're gonna. Why did you not talk about me? Oh, hey, Cooper Webb.
Maybe
Cooper Webb. I feel like Cooper Webb would be a scrapper.
he looks like a scrapper.
Plessinger would be a scrapper for damn sure.
I think he's also jabbing you and getting away. He's like
But
slipping.
speaking of on the track fights, it wasn't necessarily a fight, but we saw some antics going on with. And honestly, it was just a great racing pass by Deegan, and I feel like Beaumare. I don't know why I'm
No,
getting ahead of myself.
it's right here.
Oh, see,
Deegan in the
great.
heat race takes out
That was
Beaumare.
that was Beaumare's fault.
No, he
Juju's
took
fault
him.
all the
He
way.
took him to the danger zone, which apparently is the very top lip of the berm, because that's where his wheel
But
went
he
over.
should have cut down. He kind of goobered out. Juju goobered out, and
Well, why did he go so far out, knowing that he was behind him?
look
Why
at
would
how
you?
good this is. That's a great race. Yeah, dude.
Why would you go all the way outside the high part of the berm from the beginning with somebody behind you?
Juju wasn't being a smart racer right there. Anybody in the lead knows that they have to protect their lines, and that's not protecting your line. You're leaving
No.
yourself wide open for a slugger like Deegan.
Yeah, and all he had to do was take the line Deegan just took.
Deegan knows what's up, and then he saw that opportunity, snakes it, gets it, ends up saving it on the next section. If we
He,
have that clip too, we should run that clip. But he ends up saving it afterwards, which was an insane save. That's why I said he's such a physical fit dude. There's not many people who are on the level fitness wise and physicality wise on Deegan.
oh,
I mean, you're eating shit if you do that, and Deegan somehow
nose bonk to.
survives the short, survives the chest bump from the next
Hold on.
from bouncing himself into the face of the next rhythm.
Double wheel bonk to front nose pick.
Deegan is he's exciting. He makes the 250 class watchable because they're dropping like flies, Clint, and he's making it watchable because he's so aggressive. He talks the talk, and he makes it exciting both on the podium, off the podium. I'm a fan.
Yeah, I could have told you that after last week's show.
And yeah, we both jumped on the Deegan wagon a while ago just because he's a stud and you can't take anything from it. But his race moves on the track are always aggressive. He's just gonna put himself in that position. That's a cool angle right there too.
So this is the one
From
you
the guy
sent me.
from,
This is Trans
from
World.
Motocross.
Yeah, exactly. This is a clip from Trans World, which is back apparently. Anybody? Trans World? All of a sudden there's Trans World?
I
Okay.
think they're bringing it back, which sucks. They should change their name because it's the world kind of did turn trans with that last election. But
That's
now we
true.
got Donnie, big Donnie flying high like an eagle, and we're gonna be set.
They should call it Man's World
Two genders. Oh,
Motocross.
we
Man's
only have
World
two genders,
Motocross.
people now.
Man's World Motocross.
Man's World Motocross.
Instead of train with an R, Motorcross.
Yeah, so my
Hard R.
picture, I steered you guys down the wrong path. I told you my pick was going to be Lawrence, of course. I thought Tomac would be second. Honestly, Tomac had speed to win the whole race. Practice, heats, everything. He was doing stuff that wasn't being done, riding with aggression and authority. And then he got spun his wheels right off at the start just because the rain. I mean, it was a dry track, and then the evening surprised us, and we saw precipitation fall from the sky in LA, and it rained after the heat. So the heats were all dry, and then the mains were wet. So
Did you
I'm having a
guys
feeling
did you
on
guys
that.
freak out?
Did you just interrupt me, sir?
Did you guys freak
I
out when
was
it
on a
started to
hot
rain?
streak.
When it started to rain, were you guys like, "Oh no, we're gonna have to take
No, no.
stuff inside"?
I was thinking, they're gonna all have tough starts because they're on a metal grate starts, and Eli got. He was feeling himself too much on the start. Probably grabbed a little too much throttle, and
Yeah, let me see if I can find that
God knows my
because
voice.
I
Dead
saw,
last off the start.
dude, I saw it might have been Twitter. I don't remember, but I saw a picture of his line, dude. And his rut comes out or his skid mark. It comes out and it hangs a left like 10 feet and then goes straight again.
He spun his tires, and I think Justin Hill did the same thing back there. And you put yourself in a position to run all the way back there, you're hurting. So
Yeah.
it already put a dampener on his night, and I feel like he butchered his opportunity because he was one of the fastest, if not the fastest guy on the track that night.
Yeah, I also saw
Um,
him say, well, obviously to come from 20th or 22nd to 7th or something in the slick conditions. But I heard him say that the rut was kind of wet there, and he goes, I just went there for position. He goes, but in hindsight, I should have just picked another rut.
Dang, in hindsight, he should have done a lot of things.
Run
Who
the
knows? I
paddle
want to know
tire.
if they didn't say anything about him running the paddle tire, and some people run the paddle tire or just that regular MX tire,
I don't think
and
he's run the paddle tire yet this
they
year.
just sacrificed themselves off the start for not running the MX, but overall, it performs better.
Yeah,
Like I know,
I know. You're very knowledgeable about this stuff.
I'm a knowledgeable motocrosser.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to pull up the
And then my
results.
lights class picks are just money. I knew Deegan. I knew Bromare. I had Smith getting third. Smith butchered himself trying to pass Bromare on the last lap and just weeds himself in the whoops in the rhythm section. Kind of sucked because I feel like he was gonna stay on that podium. And I played the MXA, which is Motocross Action Fantasy, with a bunch of people, and I had him in my top three, and he fell off. What we got right there? Okay, cool.
You want just the main event. All
And
right.
we want to thank you guys for tuning in to Two Wheels to Freedom
Clint and
with Clint
Skrany
and
show.
Skrany. Share with your friends. Share your opinions in the comments. Like and subscribe. Do what you can to support a channel that's. We're just starting. We're just getting our feet wet, our beaks wet.
That's right. How about getting his
So,
beak wet? Cole Davies getting a third position. Dude, that kid
oh,
has looked like amazing this year for
what about the podium being so young? Was that the youngest podium in the history?
uh
17, 18, 19?
I bet you back in the day they had some pretty young ones, but It's
17, 18, 19. Think
That's the
about that.
youngest for a long time. Yeah, but think
That's
about
crazy.
back in the day, especially 250 or 125 stuff. Those dudes were pretty young, like Buddy Antonez and like Stevenson and who's the other one I was just thinking of? Bradshaw and stuff. Bradshaw was like 17 when he turned 450 or 250. Did you know
Then
that?
Deegan's up on the podium, not really talking smack, but like he throws his opinion in there, and it's I love to see it. It's cool. He's playing mind games the whole time, and then you got respectful Juju just throws in the res- maybe that's the kryptonite in the how he's playing it. Juju is because you would be like, how isn't this getting into his head? And then he's complimenting me and being nice to me.
He should just,
Juju's doing what my mom would say: kill him
yeah.
with kindness.
Yeah, and they should get to the press conferences after, and Deegan's just talking shit, and he should just be like, "Yeah, man, Hayden rode really good. I like his style."
He kind of did. He just said he's the man tonight. He just basically like compliment him the whole time. It was cool to see, cool and interesting to see both how they're both handling this.
All right, so let's run through the whole Hayden Deegan, Julian Beaumer, Cole Davies, Jordan Smith, Cody Schock, Joe Schmoda, who
Shock's a
has,
surprise all season. He's so good.
yeah, he's so good. The first time I ever saw him was years ago before he was pro class, but I don't even know if he had his pro license yet. But it was at Englishtown, and he fell in like the first corner and was dead last. And 2 laps in, he was leading.
Jet Reynolds from Bakersfield, California for 13th. A great one for Jet. Jet's been having bad luck with his Supercross debuts in the last probably year, 2 years, 2 seasons. But this year, just finishing the night show is a win for him because the more experience that kid gets, the more lethal and dangerous he's going to be.
I
Because
mean,
he is the most winning amateur in the history of amateur racing, and that's to say a lot because there's some
well,
bad dudes.
he got 13th. It's not like it's not like he just
Hey,
barely made the main.
you can only go up from there. So
I mean, no,
I feel like
actually, he could go all the way down to 22nd. So that's not true.
Actually, you can go down, but you go down pretty tough in Supercross.
And 8th place, Drew Adams. So
Drew Adams was showing some speed and I mean, he probably just had some rookie mistakes in the main, but in the heats, he was killing it, and
yeah,
he showed some speed. And great debut for an amateur, to tell you the truth, on short notice, just
yeah.
filling in for Masterpool.
Well, and they even said that they were talking on Race Day Live, and they were like, "Oh, he's coming up to make his debut," and I guess he rides around where like Chad Reed is, or Chad was there, and he goes, "Yeah, I've been watching him ride." He goes, "They moved him up 3 weeks too late." They're like, he's like, basically, the kid was flying. I don't know why they're trying to keep him down for another year. It's like,
That's
what
how
is
PC does. They keep you. PC does weird things.
How is that helping him at this point if he's just going to demolish everybody? Like, what is he learning?
That's true.
I don't feel like you might as well just move him up and let him just make some money, you know? All right, now in the 450 class, like we said, it was Jet Lawrence, Ken Roxon, there you go, Jason Anderson, Chase Sexton. Oof.
Jason Anderson led majority of the night.
Yeah.
It's the lap. He led the most laps, in my opinion, or not my opinion, just facts.
And Ken came out like 7th or 8th, and within how good he is on the first lap. In the first couple laps, he got himself in the second, and then finally got his way around Anderson. Then, of course, here comes Jet.
Look at Hunter Lawrence just being a roadblock.
So there you go. Hunter Lawrence, Chase Sexton, Hunter Lawrence, Justin Cooper, Eli Tomac, 7th from basically last. Cooper Webb, I wonder, was he sick or something? I feel like they said.
Cooper Webb, yeah. He's lingering effects from the flu, from what's been going around. I don't know what's going
Do
around,
you
but
have
I mean,
to?
it's like
Do you have to?
lung stuff and
Do you
congestion and
have
stuff. I
to
have
let it
it. I mean,
linger?
everybody out here has it. The government keeping us down with their weather modification and their fog.
Dude, we got poo-poo
I'll put my
virus
tin hat
going
on and
around.
take this beanie off right now on this podcast.
Dude, that's my old podcast, so don't threaten me with a good time. I forgot what I was saying now. There's
How
parasites
about we
being
have? Hey,
released in
let's
the
have a
rain.
2-minute comedy section. 2-minute comedy section.
I already did my
2
comedy
minute comedy break.
about those guys. What are you gonna comedy about? Let's do our whole thing and then we can comedy.
I was joking. I was just joking.
So AP did not finish. Oh, that's right. His bike got sucked in the back of Ferrandis's or something and ripped his whole throttle housing and stuff.
Yeah.
Justin Hill got 15th. Not a good night for
Justin
Justin.
Hill, I mean, you got to want it, Justin. What the hell's going on, Justin? You got to get a better start than that, Justin.
Come on, Justin. Run the scoop next week.
I don't understand, Justin.
Where are we
You
at
got the
next week?
speed, Justin. Hey, he needs to hire. If he needs a motivation coach, Justin better get back to where he once was because I still have Justin at one point in the season top fiving at least, but I feel like he could snag a podium even with all the craziness in Supercross.
Well, he got an 8th first round, which is not far off of, the 5th that he was looking for.
Well, yes, Justin, he's got capabilities of being being a top dog, and you just got to get the starts, man. I'm telling you guys, start.
Okay, so what's our predictions for this weekend? They're going to Glendale, Arizona is going to be another
It's
hard.
early. I haven't seen anything yet, but like Glendale, I'm gonna stick with the same old.
Okay, so we'll just do a wrap up at the end of the week. But the problem is when we do our preview, it's still like we haven't seen anything unless we do it late Friday night.
All right, well, it doesn't matter. We'll throw our guesses in.
Okay, we'll go guess later at the end of the week. All right, we got a couple of funny clips up here. Okay.
There's a lot going on a screen, you guys. I wonder what that is.
Oh, I'll get back to that later.
That's why he's got like a grin on his face.
Oh.
Dude, you're not supposed to be doing that in a food court. That's disgusting.
All right, here it is. New move. This is called the tandem seat bounce. Watch, hold on, it's going to play over. Right here. Brr, seat bounce. Did you see that? You can't see what's going on.
You call that the double bounce, dude. Clint.
Double bounce. I thought it was tandem seat bounce.
You call it a double bounce, and that my dad always double bounced me on the trampoline, dude. You should have known that.
Well, now we know. It's called, this guy, it's not the seat bounce, it's the double bounce. Tell him.
It's called the double bounce the chesty.
All right. Hold on. We got Axel Hodges. He eat your heart out, buddy.
That's the Timu Hodges.
This is the first time that he's ever even tried it. So
I know that kid was already looping out. He was gonna end up on his back, and he pulled that one out.
Yeah,
and
this is the first time he's ever ridden, and Axel's all like, "Check me out."
That's so awesome. That's so awesome, and I saw that Axel storied that yesterday as well. So it's funny
did he?
to see that kid. That's so awesome. That's a funny clip to me. And he did it perfect. Dude. Like
the question is though, what happened after the berm?
The video cuts out perfectly.
I know, but I need to know. I need closure on that.
Well, I know exactly what happened, dude. So like right after the berm, there was like 6 or 7 like girls with their tops off. That's like, ooh, woo! Beer and champagne was spraying everywhere from the boys, like celebrating, and the dude walked off into the horizons with those
This
topless
was him
boys.
riding away. I think this is terrible. I see these things all the time, right? And everybody's like, ha ha ha. And I'm like, dude,
I'm not laughing at that.
they definitely got jacked up.
I'm still laughing at the fact of the other one. That one honestly
Timu
disappoints me.
Hodges.
Yeah, that one disappoints me to see this one because I know that guy's jacked.
You're the one that sent this to me.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Well, I didn't mean for it to make the show, Clint.
All right, that's it for the A2 review. We'll be back at the end of the week with the preview for Phoenix, and I'm going to study the internet and then have a good guess. Yeah, you see,
make sure you like and subscribe down below. Comment on our show. We're just like fiddling around. We're just on a rendezvous on Skype, basically. So, like, we're trying to figure this out.
We're trying to streamline the show, compress it down. We're right at a half an hour, just about. This is what we were looking to do. And we're
hoping that you guys can send your friends over here, have some laughs with us or at us, and comment, subscribe below. And it's easy to support guys that are doing this shit for free. We got things to do, people to see, but we do this for you guys.
Yeah, I hate doing this. This is just for you guys.
But we would appreciate it if we can get some pointers, some comments, some suggestions, some love, some enthusiasm, some laughter.
Yeah, just right.
Let's go outside. But anyways, yes, this is the Clint Scott just hanging out in a food court, begging for you guys to keep watching.
Watch so I can get some more crab rangoons.
Watch so I don't have to ever hear about that ever again. Hey, watch so I can get some more Mexican food.
That's how you go down a hill, boy.
Watch so we can switch out our soundboard.
That was the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
I wish that I could reverse my camera right now because, I'm not going to tell you what's happening right now, but there's a food court fight in the back. It's kind of crazy.
There's a camera? I'll go jump that.
They already signed off, Clint.
You got some serious problems. You need to work out with yourself.
That's a good one. All right, I know. This is how every show ends. All right, everybody. Thank you if you made it this far. Scott's so disappointed that we didn't end it better.
You got some serious problems. You need to work out with yourself.
All right, Skrany? So work them out.
Yeah, I know. I've been working on myself for the last couple. I always work on myself. Every day is a struggle. I wake up and I work on myself.
Sounds like a lot of work. All right, you're obviously busy. Got a lot of stuff to do, working on yourself. So, all right, we're really out of here, everybody. Thank you guys. Like you said, comments what you want, watched, reviewed, whatever. You got crazy clips that you want us to talk about. We'll work on our crazy clip segment there. I didn't write any jokes for those, so I'll work on that for next time. All right, later.